The men who were trying to condemn Jesus were frustrated. They came up with false testimonies, but they didn't take the time to make sure that their stories corroborated. So they ended up contradicting one another. When the high priest asked Jesus what the accusations against him were, he remained silent. How annoying. Hello? Did you not understand the question? Answer us. Finally, he's asked if he is the Messiah, the Son of God, and to that Jesus firmly answers, I am. Jesus said, I am, blaspheming the great I am, aligning himself with those two words to God's very self. I am. I am. I am. That was enough to make the high priest tear his clothes. Peter is also being interrogated on this night. Weren't you with that Nazarene, the one they called Jesus? I have no idea what you're talking about, Peter says before scurrying away. You're one of them. No, I'm not. But you're from Galilee. That's like his home base. Surely you're part of his crowd. Why else would you be in Jerusalem tonight? And here Peter starts cursing. I swear I do not know what you're talking about. And then the rooster crows. Jesus stands before Pilate, and the same line of questioning continues. Are you the king of the Jews? You have said so. For the love of God, Jesus, just answer the question. The accusations are now using up all the papyrus in the palace. But Jesus remains silent. Finally, we find ourselves standing at the cross and watching and listening as Jesus dies. He cries out, my God, why have you forsaken me? Finally, he speaks. Finally, he says something that we can make sense of. Yes, why has God forsaken him? If he really is the Son of God, why doesn't Elijah come down from heaven and save him? Instead, he dies. Just like that. Just like another criminal. Just like any other enemy of the state of Rome. Just like any other human being. Just like us. Every year, when I examine these last hours of Jesus' life, I find something new, something freshly disturbing to meditate on. And this year, it struck me how desperate everyone was at the end of Jesus' life to get him to say what they wanted him to say, to get him to do what they wanted him to do. Say something, speak, defend yourself. No, don't say that. We didn't ask you to say those words. Say anything but that. Okay, now speak again. Call on your God to save you. Elijah. And yet Jesus, the Good Shepherd, the Prince of Peace, the light of the world, remains silent. What must he have been thinking? Was he non-violently protesting with his silence? Was he seething inside, thinking of all the things he could say to these wretched people? Was he weeping inside, grieving for the fate that he knew lay ahead of him? Was he praying, asking God for the strength to make it to the bitter end? I wonder how often we enter into the roles of those who called for his death. How often we try to grab Jesus by the shoulders and give him a good hard shake. Jesus, why can't you just fit into the box we want you to fit inside? Why can't you say what we need you to say, what we want you to say, and do what we want you to do? Why can't you be who we want you to be? Why can't you protect the innocent? Why can't you punish the wicked? Why can't you come here again and stand by our side and help us wag our fingers at all the bad people, all those people, all the other people, and let them know that I was right all along? Why can't you, Jesus, come and teach my enemies a lesson and strike them down once and for all? The more we wrestle with Jesus, the more we begin to see why he does not engage. We are part of a violent, broken system here in our human realm, and our judgment always tips in our favor. We cannot be impartial or objective about anything that truly matters to us, and we are quick to fall into camps and cliques and divisions. After Jesus dies, the curtain of the temple is torn from top to bottom, and a Roman centurion of all people proclaims, "Surely this man was the Son of God." Who knows who that centurion was, or what he must have thought as he stood there getting paid minimum wage for his miserable job of watching people die on crosses all day, every day. But perhaps he recognized in Jesus' silence, in his refusal to engage with those who relentlessly mocked him and taunted him and demanded answers from him, that this man was different. That he was different from all the power-hungry officials who descended into chaos around him. He stood out to that centurion as unique and holy. Well, now it's all over. If we can't make Jesus say what we want him to say, he may as well be silenced forever. And now, he is.